Welcome everyone to Keep Your Pants On Podcast, episode 7.
Yeah. What's up, guys? Episode 7.
Yep.
That number is wild, dude.
Yeah. I was talking to Jordan earlier about what we should do for like episode 10 and everything.
Oh, episode 10?
Yeah, because it's like
we should have a celebration.
Like do something like, like, hey, like let's step it up, Jordan was saying, he was saying like, oh, you're like that's like episode 100 like type.
I definitely think that like episode 100 or whatever is definitely a bigger milestone. But I mean, I'm down to party.
I mean, yeah, step it up a little bit, So.
But if you guys haven't noticed, Zach isn't here
again. Zach is not here, but
again,
it was.
He's gay.
Yep, but it was for a good reason. So.
No, it was not.
Yeah, okay, fine.
No, it was. It was his fiance's birthday, so we wanted to take her out on a nice dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Like the romantic guy he is.
Yep. You gotta love a guy like that.
What are you saying?
When did he propose?
Like earlier?
I think like a year ago. It has to be over a year ago.
Oh, really?
No.
No, I was thinking earlier.
No, it was like a year ago.
A year ago?
I think.
Okay, so, they're getting everything in order, so.
I think it was, probably a year ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So, Mr. Dan, we all know you got an interesting story to tell us about a hair incident.
So, if you guys didn't know, I cut my hair not too long ago, like Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say his name because, he's just, trying to promote himself. But, I went to one of my friends, right, to get a haircut because he was wanting me to get a haircut from him for a while. But I was very hesitant on it because I already have a barber who I go to all the time. I've been going to my barber for like maybe 6+ years. So, But I decided to give him a chance, It was Sunday I went to go get a haircut. So I went to his house and everything, and, he starts cutting my hair. At first glance, when he gave me the mirror and I looked, I was like, this is pretty good, right? But apparently that's not the case. I went to church, right? Mm-hmm. Right after, and as soon as I walk in, my parents, they're like, something about it looks different. It's like, I don't really like it. Even my niece was like, I don't like your haircut.
And how old is your niece?
And she's like 5. So a
5-year-old telling you.
Even that's kind of like, I was like, huh, really? So, the day goes on, I'm starting to look at it more, and I'm starting to realize there's imperfections to it. Like, it was the haircut that I got was like a low taper, and it didn't really look like it, to be honest. My dad, he was like, it looks like somebody just put like a bucket over your head or like a fishbowl.
It does kind of look like the circle.
But so that day, I think it was that day I went to go play basketball, went to the gym, and people at the front desk, when I walk in, they immediately noticed it. They're like, oh my gosh, Jordan. They're like, well, you shouldn't have stepped outside today.
Yeah, when people start talking like that and everything, it's concerning. Anyways.
And, so I was like, I got to cut this off. So I cut my hair off, and I mean, it kind of helped it a little bit, but I mean, there's still some parts that you can't fix. It's going to take a while.
So you're going to be keeping your noggin on lockdown.
Yeah, I'm going to keep some type of, something on my head because I can't go out.
It is kind of rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. This guy has.
Yeah, he showed me.
Yeah, I almost accidentally exposed myself.
Yeah, this was
off camera.
This was before we started recording. His hat fell off, and I wish I could have caught that earlier.
That would have been funny.
I'm like Spider-Man. I gotta keep my secret identity hidden.
Your hair's secret identity.
Yeah, it's a sacred thing. Like if your hair's messed up, that's like your aura is like down probably like 1,000 points.
I know.
Bro,
the whole aura thing.
Your aura just went down by saying that by talking
Whatever.
about aura.
Yeah.
I'm already
that was pretty cringy.
I already have negative aura, so it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you're bottom level.
Yeah, I'm already.
You're already at rock bottom.
Yeah, like his presence, his aura around everyone else makes their aura feel high.
I don't think so, Jordan.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I
don't think it's that bad.
People that I showed already, they're like, oh.
When you showed me, it's not terrible.
Well, the people that you showed it to that were giving you that response, they weren't us. We got you.
I mean, it's not good. Don't get me wrong. It's not good.
Yeah, like, you know.
But, yeah, it's better than it could have been, I guess.
All I gotta say, it's gonna be a rough few months.
Oh, yeah, your hair grows slow.
I mean, it's probably, give it like, you know, a couple weeks and it'll be fine. Give it like 3 weeks.
Give it like a year.
A year.
Yeah, because I'm trying to grow my hair out again, so...
How long did it take you to get to the length it was before?
The length, because when I had it cut, it was like pretty long, or as long as I could get it, I guess. So it's going to take probably like a year to get it back to what it was. But I couldn't have kept my hair the way it was because it was really bad. Like I'm gonna find a picture so you can see it because it was really bad.
We'll have the picture right here as reference.
No, don't let them see that.
Okay, fine.
They don't need to see. They don't deserve.
Well,
to
good
see
because I don't have to edit as much. So.
But anyways.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Other than that, how's your guys'? I guess it's been 2 weeks since our last film.
Yeah.
So how's it been? Still the same?
Yeah, with the...
Other than the haircut?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, the same.
What about you, Dean?
Still the same. You know, nothing really new. I mean, you know, kind of doing work and all that, so... But, yeah.
Oh, what's his school ended?
Oh, your college ended?
Yeah.
Yeah, the semester. So that's a good thing.
That is good.
Well, I don't know if I want to share this story.
Share it.
So remember how I was talking to you about that one girl that I was gonna go up and talk to? I never did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know. The way I see it, like if I'm gonna go up to a girl, it can't be around her friends because then I feel like that would make me more nervous if like she's around. Because then you know how like the TikToks, how they all say is like when you go up to girls and then you ask for one of their numbers and then they all start laughing at you. They don't even like at you. Like, that's how I felt. So, but now I definitely can't go up now. But
because of your hair.
Yeah, like I don't feel comfortable going up to somebody.
You just lost all that confidence.
Yeah, like the day that Monday, that's when I got it cut that morning. Bro, I felt so like, I was like, what am I doing here?
But, like, that's the thing, though, is that, like, if someone does like you with this haircut that you're not really proud of or whatever, then it shows another side that, like, they don't really care about the little things that you find an issue with. So I would find that's, like, my silver lining and everything. That, like, if you find someone with... like with the haircut that you have, you're not comfortable with it and everything. But
like
if someone
they're okay with it,
they're just like, it's a haircut. Like, you know, unfortunately, you don't feel bad about it. But I don't know. I'm trying to see the silver lining in it. So
you want to know a crazy story?
Yep, shoot.
I don't know how much of this I could say without getting in trouble.
We've said
no one watches those.
We said a lot more in this podcast. So I mean,
one of the people I work with, we caught smoking crack.
Oh no.
I don't want to name drop a lot of names.
Well, we're not name dropping anyone.
So this is hard, but it's really interesting. So my company, does work for, I mean, you guys are going to know it when I say it because I've told you before,
Okay.
for a very well-known business. And it's like a theme park.
Oh, okay.
But it's well-known.
Yeah.
Right. So we're working overnight at this place.
Yeah.
Doing something over one of the roller coasters. And so we get there. And so it's me, two other guys I've worked with for a while, and then this one newer guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I get there. First thing I do is like, man, I gotta piss. So I go straight for the porta john that's right next to the job.
Mm-hmm.
Go in there, just a normal piss. And then I notice the new guy goes in there, and he's kind of like takes a little bit, and I'm like, okay, maybe he's taking a dump. But it was like kind of like in between a piss and a dump. You know what I mean? It was like that was a weird amount of time.
Well,
but
if you gotta take a dump, you're also pissing.
Initially, you don't think that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, so then we're doing our work, and then one of the guys I work with goes in, comes out, and he's like, was that piece of tinfoil in the urinal when you went in there? And I was like, what are you talking about? So I went in there, I saw it, and it's like a crumbled up piece of tinfoil that's like burnt. And the guy I work with was like, dude, that's how you smoke crack. So we were like, okay, maybe it's not him. We didn't really make the connection fully yet.
Him.
And then we see him go in there again, take about the same amount of time. So as soon as he comes out, I go in there. There's another one right next to it. And then towards the end of the night, he goes back in there again. There's a third one in the actual toilet part. But, so obviously now we know 100% it's this dude.
Yeah.
And, but before we leave, because we don't want our company getting in trouble or this looking bad on our company.
Yeah.
So the guy I work with went in the urinal with a stick and like shoved them into like the actual toilet part.
Yeah.
But then everybody was making connections because I guess the guy that rides in the work truck with the new guy, he said one time he got back in from the gas station and he noticed it kind of smelled like burning plastic in the truck. But he just thought it was like the truck itself was making that smell for some reason. But he didn't really think much of it until all that. Then he's like, oh, that's what that was. And then Zach, bringing back Zach, said one time at the powder shop after that dude came out of the bathroom, he walked into the bathroom and noticed it smelled like burning plastic. But Zach said, again, he didn't really think much of it because they're in a shop. So you don't really think much about burning plastic.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, he smoked crack. He no longer works with us.
I was about to say, did he get fired?
Not initially, but now he is. For more stuff though. See, like I don't know how much I want to say.
I'd say
because there was also like work drama that happened too.
Oh.
Like he told my uncle like that, like my uncle was like disrespecting his dead kid. My uncle is not. Not at all. I mean, my uncle does, make fun of people, but not in a lighthearted way, I feel like most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's a joke. And he did not say anything about this dude's kid. And then then the dude was texting him like, oh, man, like, how dare you talk about my kid? And you knew he was dead and like all this stuff. And he was like, what the? But yeah. So then he actually put in his 2 weeks. And then my uncle was like, don't come in tomorrow. We don't need you. So now then he was like begging my uncle, like, he was like, please, man, I need work. It's like, imagine being an asshole.
Blue collar workers.
Oh my God.
Please.
I need work. But yeah, anyways. The gist of the story, guy worked with smoke crack.
Yeah, I mean, just the work environment is when you have people like that, because I worked at Domino's and everything, and it was like that. Like there was this one guy making fun of one coworker's, she looked young and everything, a coworker of mine, and she was like, like 30, like mid-30s, close to 40, whatever, but she looked young. She looked like a kid and everything, so she was very youthful. but she already had a miscarriage and she was trying for another baby, but like this one coworker was just like making fun of her like miscarriage, and I'm like, the fuck type of shit is this? And they weren't even close. They weren't even like good friends. It was just a coworker, and that was one of the reasons why I left that job.
Because of that reason?
Yeah, because it's like I don't want to be a part of that, and it was a bunch of other things too, but
toxicity.
Yeah, toxicity is just doesn't mix well.
Yeah.
I have a confession.
No.
I think if I heard it, I probably would have laughed. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But I feel like if you can't make jokes out of stuff like that,
but
you know what I mean. You got to make light of the bad stuff.
Yeah, but like you do it in a methodical way where it's not coming off as like poking fun, whatever.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that guy.
Like, you're a piece of shit because you had a miscarriage.
It felt like that. Even for me as an outsider, it felt like that. And again, they weren't really good friends, so I was just like, yeah, I don't know how that bodes well.
What's something that like at work where somebody says something serious, like it could be like a customer or like a employee, coworker, like they said something serious and you were trying not to laugh.
Oh, that happens to me all the time. One time, a customer told us that our awnings looked like they were made in a third world country. Dude told us that to his face, to our face.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
He's just like, these just look like they're the third world country.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh.
Yeah, I would laugh.
Was he like serious?
He was serious. He was mad. He was yelling.
Oh.
Yeah.
One time, I also got like fake assaulted. There was this dude. We were doing this huge awning.
Mm-hmm.
I forget what business it was. I think it was like landscaping or something.
Mm-hmm.
But we were doing this huge awning, and we put it up. And I guess he wasn't there all day. And then he comes in like while we're like halfway done, and he sees it. And I guess it's not how he wanted it. Mm-hmm. So he starts yelling. He's like, "Get the fuck off the ladders! This is not what I wanted!" Like, and then he like walked into my coworker's face. He's like yelling at him. And my coworker's like, "Look, dude, we just install it, bro. This is not our fault. Like, we just install it." Dude was mad, yelling at everybody.
Oh my God.
And then I guess he goes inside, kind of cools off, then comes back out. We're sitting in the trucks because we don't really know what to do.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm sitting in the truck with the door open. Well, no, the door was closed. Dude walks up, opens my door. At first, I'm like, okay, what's happening? But at first, he kind of seemed like he was being kind of, like, just friendly.
Mm.
Like, he's like, "I'm sorry for earlier, man, It just really pisses me off. Like, I wanted it to be this way,
Oh my God.
He was like talking crap on the salesman that sold him it. But then, like as he's talking, he's like, "Oh my God, okay, so we're gonna use the salesman name as like John."
Jared.
I was about to say John.
I was about to say
that's
Jerry.
the fake name.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh man, I wish I could just grab a hold of John. I'd just choke him." He was like that to my chest, dude. Like he was doing that
chest?
like to my. He wasn't touching me, but he was like doing that right in my chest. I was like, "Bro," like I thought he was gonna start swinging on me. All I saw was a fist come up.
Wait, you flinched?
I flinched, yeah. I mean, yeah, I was like, what do you, dude takes up his fist.
Wait, did he knock on the door too, or did he just open
No,
it?
he just walked up, opened the door.
Oh my God.
And he was like, "I'm sorry for earlier, man. It just pisses me off, that guy John." And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Oh my God."
I would. Did he say like, "Oh, I'm just explaining"?
No, he didn't even say anything after.
Oh wow.
My stepdad cursed him out after, though.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, my stepdad was like, "How dare you, like, come up and threaten my employee," and like all that stuff.
Oh
that's
my God.
Crazy. Imagine just like, you're just chilling, right? Not paying attention. So a random dude just opens your door. Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, and it's a dude that came out cursing at you. He was yelling so loud it sounded like he was about to cry. Like his voice kept cracking. He was so mad, his face is red, and then you get done with all that, and then he comes up and brings his fist up at you.
Yeah,
You're definitely thinking you're getting.
I would have been. I would love to been
What?
I stuttered. I would have been a fly on that wall just to see that confrontation because it is a funny thing.
It's funny
without the
that.
whole confrontation that would make me like whatever. It is a funny thing.
It was definitely fun. That's the part when I was trying not to laugh. That is when he was yelling so loud, it sounded like he was crying. I was like, no way, this dude's crying over an awning right now.
Oh my god!
And he's like this big dude too.
Oh, that's crazy.
It was just funny.
Man.
You know, at my job, this is the same guy because we used to work together. The barber guy that cut my hair. When he used to work there, I remember one time he tells me there's a customer in the front, but he tells me he's like I promise you're gonna laugh when you walk out. And I was like, why? What do you mean? He's just like, go up to the front. So I walk up to the front. I see this dude in like probably like a dress. It was like a dress and like it had like the black and white sleeves. And he had like the makeup on and everything.
Oh my god! So like a full-on drag queen, basically.
Pretty much. And I remember, here's how I did it. I didn't like walk and like stop to take the order. I looked at him and then I walked away for a second, and I just
So
started.
you could like laugh.
I started bursting out laughing. I was like, "There's no way this dude came in like that." Because, bro, it was just funny. And then I was like trying to take his order. And I was just like, just laughing, bro. Because I'm just like, bro, there's no way I could take you serious.
Yeah.
Man.
But
Did he have like a deep voice?
no, it was like high pitched.
High
Did you say like yes ma'am or yes sir?
I didn't say any of that.
Oh,
I
you
was
just
like,
avoided
Yeah, I wouldn't.
And
It
like,
makes
there's
sense
another
there.
time, there's this one guy, I was taking his order, and like he kind of like spit a little bit, and like he knows that he spit. But like he was trying to play it off like he didn't, but I saw it. I started bursting out laughing, dude. I was just like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. There's like some customers, they're just like so funny, and like you don't know what you're gonna get with customers because they can be like mad or happy, whatever, or they'll just be like trauma dumping you about how bad their life is. I don't know. That's kind of the joy I get at working. You know, those types of jobs.
Yeah.
But do you have... I'm pretty sure you had, like, at least one.
I think it was like once or twice. I don't know. I didn't work at Domino's for long and everything, but I mean, yeah. There was this one guy and everything, a coworker, and he was talking like he was talking like he had big game, and he was just a chill guy and everything. And he was like, yeah, and just talking, stories and everything. And then he fumbled and everything. And I think it was like something like a sensitive topic that he was talking about. And he was like, yeah, that time that, yeah. And he just like looked down. And I'm just like, you good? And it's like, yeah, but I was talking, and he just like was on, off. And to me, that was like one thing where it was just like, okay. I was like chuckling and everything. I'm just like, can this guy keep it together or whatever? It sounds harsh, but like, not, yeah.
I have one story. This is one of my friends I work with. He got reported for this. Oh, sorry. He got reported for this.
Okay.
So there are these two ladies, right? Apparently they were good looking. I don't think I worked that day, but I remember he was trying to get their number. He was griller, so he was in the back. So, but like everything's open, you could still see everybody. So he was trying to get her number or whatever, and he's like, "Hey," "I thought you were cute. Can I get your number?" And then the girl goes, she's like, "No, I'm not into guys. I'm into girls." He's like, I'm a lesbian." Then he goes, "I like girls too." Bro, I was like, dude, why would you say that?
Yeah, that's dumb.
He's just like, I was just trying to relate.
I'm just trying to relate.
And then a few days later, he gets reported.
God damn.
He got reported. The lady reported him about that. And yeah, I don't know if he got in trouble, but
Well, yeah, it's
they talked to him about it.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, I've gotten that response before. It's like when we were at the club and everything that one time. This was like a while ago, but we were at Knight's Library, and I was like trying to talk to a girl and everything. This is before I had my
Oh,
girlfriend.
that you talking about the one girl
Yeah.
that I tried to? Oh yeah, I tried putting him on with this one girl.
Mm.
I remember I go up to her and I'm just like, "Hey," It's like, my friend over there, he thinks you're cute.
And I remember it because I was just, it's always awkward for a friend to, you know, like talk to another person, whatever.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it was like, yeah, my friend's over there. And as soon as I saw you pointing, I was just like,
Bro went like this. He was like,
Oh.
and then because like, what am I supposed to do? Like I was like more cool would have been like a head tilt, like hey.
It is. Yeah. You did put him in a hard situation.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Dude, that's the worst. When your friend goes up to a girl and says like, "Oh yeah, my friend thinks you're cute,"
and the thing
that just makes you look like a pussy.
Yeah, and like the thing is, is that I'm not gonna blame him because I didn't realize he was doing it and everything. Like he was gonna talk to her for me, whatever. But like at
that's
the moment,
why he did it, because he knew you didn't know.
Yeah,
No,
he thought it'd be funny.
No, I told him, I was like,
You told
hey,
him?
yeah.
Oh.
You don't remember?
Well, it was loud.
I literally remember that whole day. That was the day
it was
I lost.
It was loud. It was EDM night and everything.
No, that
so.
was the night Summer Rae was there.
Oh, yeah, true. Yes,
Summer Rae
was
there. She was
DJ
DJing
and everything, which
Of
was
course,
cool.
you went to that.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's the reason why.
No, the reason
he
why-
asked me to go because he
You
said,
know-
"Yo, Summer Rae's playing Nights Later. You want to
Okay,
come?"
so backstory to that night, I was playing in one of my games and we lost, and I was mad. I think that was the time I kicked the chair.
No, yeah.
I kicked the chair. 'cause I
Yeah,
was
no,
mad.
but he played basketball. I was at his game and everything, and was I at your
Yeah,
game?
it was you and my sister because they were taking
Yeah.
pictures,
Yeah.
and we lost that game, and I got so mad where I kicked the chair.
And he was mad.
Like everybody's like, "You good?" I was like, "No." It was like we lost. So I was like, I was trying to get like all my friends to go to the club, but nobody else would go.
Mm.
So I was like, "Hey Dean, you trying to go to the club? Summer Rae's going. Like she's gonna be there."
I was like, fuck yeah. Dude, Summer Rae is nice looking. She is very fine looking and everything. And like seeing a person of like celebrity status as like she is or like anyone else, I've only had like once or twice that moment of like seeing an actual like actor or celebrity or
Have
whatever.
you been to like a concert?
I haven't.
Have you, Dean?
No, but I mean, I really do want
Really?
to.
I was gonna
Yeah.
go to a Drake concert.
Bro,
After
that's
everything.
so
Why
lame,
not?
dude. There's way cooler concerts you could be going to.
Well, guess what? No. All right. So if Drake sees this video, he's gonna know you're a Drake hater.
He's not gonna see this video, and I don't care.
Okay.
I'm
that's
kind of
cool.
with him.
That's cool. So if Drake hits me up, I'm gonna be like, "What's up, Drake?" And forget you two. I'm like, bump y'all.
You keep wishing, buddy. So.
Oh, I got an interesting question.
Sure.
What?
It's very overplayed, but I had to bring it up on the podcast.
What?
Who do you think would win in a fight?
Oh no.
Oh my god.
100 men versus a gorilla.
Dude.
Oh, that's.
Have
the
you
thing.
been seeing all that?
I've seen that, and I mean,
So, what's your opinions? Dean first.
like the thing is that like the whole saying is that like one gorilla has the strength of like 50 to 100 men or something like that, whatever.
I think it's
But
like
the
3,
thing
but-
is though, I don't think that like okay,
15
realistically, 100 men cannot do one thing. Like they have to take turns. There's not 100 men that can hold a gorilla down. You need like a couple tens of men or whatever. So like realistically, there's not going to be enough people to actually do whatever. You're only going to get a couple guys, and even then, that gorilla's going to fight. And then it's for the gorilla, it's just going to be waves of people, not really like a constant like 100 men at the same time.
At once.
Yeah, 100 men at once. Pause. But I feel like realistically, I feel like probably the gorilla would win and everything. Like
Okay.
again, it would be waves of people for the gorilla's perspective and everything. Because realistically, 100 men can't do the same thing at once. And so I'm thinking like in that scenario, then yeah, I feel like the gorilla would have the upper hand. And just the strength too. Like they pick up like 300 pounds like it's nothing too. So
Okay, I think honestly, because it's 100 guys, right? I don't know how strong they are, right? But I think
Do you want me to tell you or no?
yeah. How strong are they?
They 2.5 times of the strongest man.
Okay.
is it still a Brian Shaw?
Huh?
Is it still the strongest man? Is it Brian Shaw?
Well,
Yeah.
how much?
I don't know if
how
that's
much
who
can
they
he?
went off of, but
How strong is he?
He can
well,
lift.
they say gorillas can lift.
Like, can they
Hold
lift
on,
a
I know
car?
this.
Like,
I
want to
say it's between 2,000 and 4,000 pounds. I want to say,
Yeah, and I think
but yeah, they could lift a car.
and like the deadlift record was
They could definitely go out there and flip Dean's car.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I have a 2006 Honda Civic and everything, so yeah, they can.
Okay.
But yeah, and like the bench press, not bench press, but like the lifting record is like 1,200, I think, like 1,200 pounds.
You said how much can a gorilla bench press?
Well,
No,
no,
I think
like
he's talking about the strongest man.
yeah, the strongest man, whatever, can
Anyways.
like can
So
deadlift.
what do you think,
like,
Mr. Dan?
Okay, so you know the saying, strength in numbers, right?
Yep.
I think honestly, if it would be 100 men, because, I mean, gorillas are smart, but they're not as smart as humans for sure, right? So if there was like a way to like take them down, then yeah, it would be humans.
Well, I mean, this is only physical strength. There's
no
weapons, no nothing,
Yeah,
just
then,
physical
yeah.
strength.
And like I at least picture you're just like thrown in like a gladiator type, just like arena.
I'm just thinking like an open
You know
field.
what I mean? Yeah, just like so you can't be like grabbing logs or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I see. Like the gorilla on one side in the field, then you have all the men lined up, like, you know, those movies, and then like they're all
Yeah.
charging the gorilla.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
So that's your opinion, is the men?
Yeah.
How many men do you think it's gonna take out before it goes down?
Maybe probably good. Probably like 15 or 20.
Damn, that's it?
Like
Yeah.
here's the is this regular men or is this like big bulky?
Well, yeah. What type
It's
of
average
guys?
size men.
Average
That's
size
what-
men.
The normal
Like-
script is, but
like 170 pounds or
I don't
like
know what an
100
average size man.
I think
is,
like between
guess.
160
Oh my
170
God, the gorilla
pounds.
might be just swinging. I'm trying to like do some
Well,
crazy
think
stuff.
that-
okay. I'm trying to spare as much as
Yeah.
until I say my opinion, but
Yeah.
But yeah,
What's your
probably,
opinion?
Yeah, probably 15,
Okay.
20 guys.
15 20 guys. I feel
So
like that's
this-
too little.
to me, it's very complicated. There's a lot of factors.
Well, okay.
For one, obviously, gorilla can flip just like a car like it's nothing, you know?
Yeah.
That's obviously goes to the side of the gorilla. Gorilla can just like grab, break, bro. Like nothing.
Oh, like
Snap
squeeze
your
it?
arm.
Oh yeah, the grip strength.
Like nothing. But I do know that gorillas, like, they're very like explosive and then they gas out. Like
Oh, so they
have all
use-
this, like,
they
shit
use
and
all
then
their
they,
energy.
They get tired.
Yeah.
So, that being said, I feel like I don't know.
You're torn.
To me, honestly, I don't think I could say 100% either one. But my biggest thing is, yeah, the gorilla's going to gas out, right? It's probably going to gas out after like
the
30
first
men, probably. 30 men is going to gas out because he's gonna wipe him out like nothing still. You know what I mean? Just boom, dead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be like
I was
the
think- I
boys
was
just
thinking
gonna
that.
crush his head.
I was thinking that like the gorilla's gonna
Well, how
like
big are their hands?
swing and he's gonna
They're
knock
big,
back.
bro.
Like enough to like grab your head and squeeze it.
I
Dude,
don't,
like you can.
I mean, grab your fish 100%.
And, like, If you think about, because I mean, if a gorilla swing, you can dodge it.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Be like,
An average man, no, an average man's reaction time to a swing
Now.
like that, no.
Here's okay. So say they take out the 30 men, right? And then he gasses out.
yeah.
They're still extremely durable. Like their skulls are built for like blunt force.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So what is a man gonna do to take out the gorilla?
I would say.
That's where I get stuck. Is how is a man gonna kill a gorilla with his bare hands?
I would say, I mean, not like punching in the head, but like probably if you were to put it like on his back somehow and like were to just choke it out.
I think you said that.
Or like you have like if you were able to subdue it where
they have a
it gets
thick
tired
neck, too.
and like
See,
you
I
just,
just
like,
I just
hold
don't
him.
think that's possible to choke out a gorilla.
or do something.
Dude, they have a thick neck.
Yeah, they got a thick neck, and as the moment you get on its back, it's gonna be like
Or
throw you off.
or find like some like pressure points or whatever.
See, but how many men are gonna die? See, it's like, oh,
You
you're
gotta
like,
sacrifice
oh, there's
him.
this weak spot. You gotta get him. He's dead.
Yeah, how
I
many?
found it.
Yeah.
No, how many? I found it. But how many men do you have to sacrifice to then get?
I mean, there's 100 men, maybe 50.
But also think about it. Realistically, how many 100 men really are? Like, think about when you're sitting in the bleachers for your basketball games.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, you look around you, there's like 20 people in one row right in front of you. That's already 20. Another 20 right behind you. And then, so that's like one bleacher down. That's not that many people if you think about it.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I mean? It's not. I mean, it's a lot of people. Don't get me wrong, but it's not that much.
Think like it's like a grocery store, like very slow, like grocery store level, like amount of people.
Walmart full of people.
Yeah, Walmart,
like,
Walmart full of people.
Yeah,
Subduing a
A
gorilla.
neighborhood Walmart full of people.
yeah. I don't think there's as many people as there is in a Walmart.
Well, like a super center.
All I
Walmart.
have to say is if there was like a plan to take him out, or if like there was like a plan that they stuck to, then you'd be able to take him out. That's what I think.
I think the gorilla. I personally
I'm
think.
still torn just because I agree that the gorilla's going to gas out, and then obviously people are going to have an advantage. But then I just don't see how they're going to take him
Just
out.
like break its arm or something.
Dude,
You can't break. You don't,
so
their
much
bones
muscle.
are so thick, and the muscle.
Yeah.
They're built for wrestling other gorillas, bro.
Well, you just have to hold it down somehow.
How are you gonna hold a grown silverback gorilla down?
By having like a bunch of people.
But that's where I come in. I don't think you can only so many people can do the same thing at once. Again, holding them down. You can only have so many people actually have their weight on their arms or whatever.
Yeah, you can only have like maybe 5 to 10 people like around it at one time.
Exactly. You know, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I think the
And
gorilla
as soon as like I don't think you could restrain it because as soon as you get close, he's like, you know what I mean? Broken arm.
Yeah.
Dude, I definitely
give that
I don't know,
gorilla
I'm
some
torn.
steroids. Oh, it can fucking take down an army.
Yeah, I just don't know. I just don't know how the people are gonna take him out. But that's where I'm.
So
Gorilla's like
you're
Thanos level.
Yeah, you're at humans. I'm at gorilla. You're indecisive.
Yeah, I'm torn.
The way I'm thinking about it is like in Avengers.
Yeah.
They're holding him down.
Or like Endgame.
That's the way I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
That's like the way I think. Like if you can hold him down somehow, and like it would like tire him out.
Yeah.
Just, like, you could do whatever, but maybe not. Maybe.
I'm not sure, dude. I'm really not. What about like a grizzly bear? 100 million.
Oh.
No, I think
100 million.
100
You're
men.
guaranteed.
100 men. No.
You're dead.
Oh,
I mean, yeah, the grizzly bear will get tired, but yeah.
He's not gonna get as tired as a gorilla though.
not only that.
What about
polar bear?
100 men? No, we'll go 50 men versus a chimpanzee. They are still super strong.
They are
Extremely strong.
There was this one story that I heard. It was a good, not a good story. No, it's not a good story. But no, it was this like one lady and everything. You being the animal guy, you probably heard of it and
Where
everything.
he ripped her face
It like
off?
ripped her face
Yeah.
through a cage. And the chimpanzee. It was a thick boy.
Yeah.
It was a thick boy, but like just ripping her face, and she had to have plastic surgery, whatever. And
Still looked messed up.
I mean, I feel so bad for her and everything, and hopefully she's okay now. But like, yeah, like a chimpanzee can do some damage.
Yeah, and that lady, it's actually really scary.
And the phone call too. There was a phone call.
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
The chimp was like, apparently it just didn't like this one lady. It was like a super nice just chimp to everybody, but did not like this lady. And she was there to watch him while like the people were out of town.
Oh.
She was the liberal.
And so he basically attacked her, ripped her face off, and then like she somehow got like stuck in a room, and he was like outside of the room, and she made a 911 call, like crying to the cops, like yeah, like this
And
chimp's coming out, and in the background
you can hear
like banging on the door,
and she's screaming
she's
too.
like so scared for her life.
Yeah, and like you can hear in the background, like just it seems like fake. It seems
Yeah.
fake from the like whatever. But like yeah, I heard like that phone call or whatever. And
What
holy
would you
shit.
do in that situation?
I don't.
All you could do is
Close
wait
the
in the
doors
room
and
and pray.
Wait a room.
I'd probably jump out the window.
Let nature take its course.
Yeah, try to outsmart it maybe.
Yeah.
Although if you jump out and it's
It
like,
sees you.
dude, you're done.
It sees you, goes out the door, it's chasing you.
It just looks at you while it opens the gate and everything.
Be like, oh, no!
Oh my god.
Dude, animals are they're terrifying. You know, I was literally watching a video how like humans compared to wildlife animals are very like besides our intellect, humans compared to animals are nothing. You know, like eyesight, animals can see infrared, they can see ultraviolet. Strength, obviously, we talked about the gorilla and chimpanzees and primates or whatever. Just smell, dogs and all that. Like, just besides intellect that has progressed us further, we are just bottom. They're top.
Bottom of the food chain.
Yep.
I mean, we're still apex predators, though.
But yeah, but
technology,
Yeah, just because of our brains, though. I think if we were just thrown out in the wilderness and couldn't.
If you think about it, though, how were the people back then able to survive?
Their brain.
Exactly, they made tools.
Exactly. So I think that's really what you need is just
but
smarts.
I agree.
Yeah.
But you would say you weren't as smart as you were. You were as smart as a chimp.
You were.
But you were done.
I'm sorry. I might have to cut that out and everything. But I'm sorry. Oh my god, I think I need to cut that. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that on camera.
Where are you going?
Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that on camera.
Sit down, Jordan.
You made it seem like he's a bad boy. Like, I can't believe I just did that.
Wait, what is that?
Yeah, doesn't that sound familiar? I can't believe I did that.
What is that from?
I don't know.
Damn, that's
Like,
cool.
oh, it's so bad.
Oh my god. I
Bro,
never
I
laughed.
don't know what just happened. No idea what's happening.
Oh my god, I never laughed that hard in a while. Okay, moving on. Don't you dare look at me like that.
What were we talking about?
What were we
That
talking
made
about?
me lose track.
I don't even know what he's laughing at, honestly.
No, if you were talking to Jordan
No, that's
about...
what he did.
No, you were talking about Jordan. If you weren't as smart as you are and everything, and I just did that, and now I might regret it.
Did what?
I'm not doing it again.
You did the tism.
Oh.
Yeah, that... If I get canceled on this podcast, that will probably be the reason
There's
why.
been a lot of worse things that people have said on this.
Yeah, on a podcast.
That is true. But still, I can't believe I've done that. Anyways, moving on. All right, but you were okay. Actual question that you had that you were telling Jordan if you didn't have the intellect. Whatever.
Then basically, I think you would just die. Like basically, if you weren't as smart as you are,
then I'd run.
if you weren't as smart as you are, but you still had like your body. I just think in the wild we would be done.
Then I'd be like, I can't do this, and then run. Just run as fast as I can.
Well, I mean that is instinct.
But you
though.
don't have your brain.
But the thing is that I think it's more realistic because it's instinct. So like again,
I can
fight
just
or
think of
flight
it right
and
now.
everything.
It's like,
So instinctively he
in
would
the
run.
forest or wherever they are located at. You're in like the trees and you're just running. You just see the chimp like climbing the trees and it just jumps on top of you, and then you're just done for. That's what I'm thinking of right now.
Oh my gosh.
Then you'd be in its territory, because it can.
Oh yeah.
Like maneuver.
They can maneuver in the forest like.
I got a question.
Yeah.
What?
Shoot.
So you're at a zoo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you fall into an enclosure.
Like Harambe style.
Yeah.
Wait, what type of enclosure?
But you're an adult. That's what I'm getting to.
Okay.
And so which enclosure would you rather fall into? The shark tank, the gator
Oh, I know.
enclosure, the grizzly bear enclosure,
How
I'm
many?
trying to think of some more.
Okay, geez. Okay, just start with like
know.
5.
I know which one I'd be in.
What?
The shark.
Yeah.
The shark? Why?
I was
Because
gonna say
I know,
shark.
because this is from Mr. People's class. Sharks aren't as scary as people think.
Mm.
Depends on the shark.
Oh yeah.
If it's tiger sharks,
Or a bull shark.
you're gonna get eaten, bro.
Or bull
But
shark.
like, I mean, even if it were like
Bull sharks don't really eat. Like, you know how... So, I don't know if anybody knows. We were right down the street from New Smyrna. It's the shark attack capital of the world. Most of the attacks are from bull sharks, but from what I know is bull sharks, like, you know how dogs,
like they nibble.
like, yeah, like, if they don't really know what something is, they might, like, chew on it or, like, smell it and lick it to figure out what it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a bull shark. Like, they'll see a leg, they don't know what it is, so they'll just bite. And then, like, as soon as they realize it's a person, then they're like, oh, shit. And then
because
they go away.
because the whole like it's not what they normally feed on, so they're like, oh, I don't.
Yeah, they're
it's
just
not my.
kinda-
That's not
yeah,
my food.
exactly.
And then, yeah. I've seen
they
videos
can't
like
really
that. Yeah.
see that good, right?
Well, yeah, it's like, you know, it's all
Like
cloudy.
they bump into you.
It's all cloudy, yeah.
That's the only way they can interact with things is with their mouth.
But yeah, I remember he said Mr. Peoples, he was like, they're kind of like dogs, in a way.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know if it's with all sharks, but I know with a great white shark and everything, you know, if you like just put them upside down.
That's all sharks, yeah.
All sharks? So,
It's,
like,
damn, I know what it is. I think it's something with their swim bladder. Like, they have, like, this oil, and then when you flip it, it goes to their brain, and then they
Makes them
just...
feel good.
No, it doesn't
No,
make
it makes
like,
them sleep.
literally,
Makes them numb.
it, like, puts them, like, in, like,
A trance.
coma almost.
Yeah.
Like, they just, like, fall asleep, pass out.
but at the same time, it's like, how are you going to get that, like, depends on how big the shark is, whatever, but
Yeah.
how are you going to get that big of a shark to,
I mean, I've
do
seen
whatever.
people do it.
like,
Yeah,
like the scuba divers?
Yeah, because, like, the scuba diver, they're brave, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's on my bucket list, is swimming with sharks. But, like
But
a shark
in a
will
cage-
come up, and,
yeah.
like, the whole time, they just grab the nose and push it away, and then, like, sometimes they'll just, like, boom, boom, flip it right over, dude.
Here's the in a cage or free diving?
Free diving.
Free diving?
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay.
They're brave. But normally, I don't know, I feel like they don't, I mean, they definitely don't normally swim with white sharks.
Mhm.
But normally it's, like, sand sharks and stuff, but...
I mean, a little bit off topic, but like I've seen videos of like like sharks and everything with researchers and everything. There was this one video that I saw about like a great white shark. It was tailing, like, you know, the boat was like, you know, kind of going and everything, and it was tailing, but the shark was like they're fast and everything, but it was going so fucking fast that like it just fucking just headbutted into the back of the boat, and it like dented the boat, and that shit. That it's like,
Did it
oof.
knock it out
Huh? No.
from hitting it?
No,
that
it kept
hard?
on going. But it was going so fast and everything that, like, it was just trying to catch the bait. And, like, it was just swimming so fast that it missed the bait and it hit the boat.
Isn't it true?
Oh, no, wait, no. It was in a cage. No, it was people in a cage and everything. And the guy was tailing the bait to the boat. And he was going fast and everything. And then the shark busted in through the cage or whatever. That's more accurate to the
Isn't
video.
it true that like fish have to keep moving to like in order to breathe?
It's only with great white sharks, from what I know.
Well, no, fish, like, even when they're sleeping, they're still, like, moving.
Yeah.
But they're in an unconscious state.
Yeah, like, they're
half-half?
sleeping. They're sleeping. Yeah, I think, like if, like, they saw, like, a big shadow move past them, they'd probably wake up. I mean, I don't know for sure. But, yeah, like,
Yeah.
like even my fish in my tank, they do that. Like, they'll just, like, so I have, like, little tetras. And whenever they sleep, they just kind of, like, twitch. Like, and, like, just kind of move and float around. But I think it's also, like, a defense mechanism, like, to be, like, tell predators, like, I'm awake.
Oh yeah.
Even though you're not.
Yeah.
I don't know, though.
But that whole keep moving thing, whatever, that's only from what I know with great white sharks. You know, because they
Not
don't
just
have...
great white sharks.
Well,
keep
I mean,
moving?
they have to... Any other shark, whatever, they can kind of stay in place a little bit. But with great white sharks, from what I know, my knowledge or whatever, is that they have to, like, continuously move. Because they don't force feed or force water and everything. They can't, you know, like through their gills and everything. Like a bunch of other sharks and other fish can kind of force water into their
I want to
gills.
say that's the thing with most larger sharks, though. I mean, like, there are exceptions like nurser sharks. They just kind of sit on the bottom.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know for sure. Like I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the answer.
Yeah, I'm an animal guy too.
But I was about to say something. I forget what it was though. Oh yeah, have you guys seen the video of you know what a basking shark is?
Yeah.
What?
A basking shark.
Like the big mouth.
And
like
they
filter
just
feeders.
they're huge. They don't even eat anything big though.
No, they're filter
They
feeders.
filter feed for like krill and stuff.
Oh.
But like they're just this huge. But they don't look like whale sharks. Like whale sharks don't look anything like sharks basically. But like this looks like a shark, and he just swims with his mouth wide open. And there was this video of this guy, and he thought he saw a basking shark. I mean, it might have been a basking shark, and just in the video they got it confused or whatever. Yeah. But he's like, "Oh, look, a basking shark!" So since he thinks it's friendly, jumps in the water. So he's like trying to swim with it, and then like you see the shark come by, and at least in the video it did look like a great white. And dude's like, "That's not a basking shark, dude." And like he's in the water with it, so he's like trying to swim back. I mean, he doesn't get attacked or anything, but
yeah,
just like imagine you think you're like having a good time jumping in, like swimming with this friendly.
Yeah, that's why I don't like the ocean. That's one of my fears and everything is just deep ocean waters.
Yeah, that's like there's only like a bit of the ocean discovered.
I think it's 5%.
Yeah,
5%, bro.
Like we know more of space, outer space, and like universe, and galaxies and everything than we do our own oceans on our own planet. So yeah. And like the conditions
never be able to unless like we have really really advanced technology that can go down all the way.
Because that's like the one thing holding us back because I've seen documentaries about it. It's just like it's the immense pressure of the water that holds us back.
What those people did, like go all the way deep down there?
I wouldn't go that. I mean, honestly, like I don't really see that excitement in that.
Wait, are you talking about those millionaires, whatever, or those billionaires?
Apparently, they were going down to check out the Titanic, right?
I think so. Yeah. The type of metal wasn't the correct metal. Yeah. And the guy was like controlling with the controller.
Like
the Logitech
like Xbox controller.
No, it was a Logitech controller and everything. But yeah.
That's crazy.
And the thing is too, Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about it, whatever, like when it was like big, and like he was talking like the immense pressure, how much pressure that was surrounding the vessel, like it was like milliseconds that the thing collapsed on itself. Like that's how much pressure it had.
I wonder in that amount of time, like what, like that's just like, well, what did they like experience in that quick millisecond?
You can't. It was because the synapses in your brain and everything can only do it for like 500 milliseconds or something like that, or some like quick but not quick enough.
I think they realized something was wrong at least.
Probably
they got to that point like.
It was like you can feel, like you can like kind of hear, like whatever the metal
like creaking and everything.
Yeah, and then
like would that pressure just like smush your body though?
Yeah,
like
literally the metal surrounding and like
you
crushing
know how
it.
they say like your brain stays active for like 7 minutes.
Oh yeah,
but the thing is, your brain that's it. It's goo.
Yeah, I guess it didn't happen for them.
That's what I'm saying. It was so fast that you can't even the concept of like thinking about it of like, oh, what's happening or whatever, it's non-existent. Like that is how quick it was, just quick and painless for them. That's what I've read about.
That's good for them, I guess.
Yeah, it's tragic, but yeah. So
like there's no remains at all or anything.
Yeah, their family just gotta.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Like a dark turn. Way to lighten up the mood.
I think the ocean's cool though.
Yeah,
I like snorkeling.
About the ocean. You've been snorkeling?
Yeah. You have not been snorkeling?
Well, here's the thing.
What type of?
Have you been snorkeling at night?
Not in the ocean.
No.
No? Okay, please don't.
I haven't been in the ocean, no. But I remember this is when I first learned how to swim. I did that.
What?
Like with the, like the goggles and
the
everything.
mask and the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember there was this one of my neighbors. He was like watching me swim. Like this is like my first time like swimming. I was swimming from the shallow end to the deep end, and I kept going back and forth like I was like an athlete. I remember I was going back and forth, and then he brought my parents out. I remember I was just swimming. I was like, they were like, that was a great day actually.
We should go snorkeling. We don't have to go in the ocean. We go to a spring.
Yeah, and so
It's really cool snorkeling.
I'd be more
springs.
comfortable with that. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to know something crazy?
Mm.
So manatees obviously harmless, right? Well,
Yeah.
Stop making fun of my cat. Anyways, manatees are completely harmless.
Yeah.
But when
It
you're in
sucks
the
that it's illegal.
water and they like swim under you, you're a little like, oh shit, that thing is huge. Like you feel a little intimidated.
I mean, they're.
You're not like, oh my god, this thing's gonna attack me, but you're like,
Yeah.
this is a big ass animal.
Well,
swimming right
here's
past
the
you.
thing. From your knowledge and everything, are they like the nickname? Are they sea cows,
No,
or is sea cows
their
like
closest
another?
relative is an elephant. Fun fact.
Yep, that I know.
Not
And
a
everything.
cow.
So but the thing, sea cow, right? I know it's a nickname to them, but is there an actual like sea cow like animal and everything? No. Eh.
There's a nickname for them. There's the manatee and the dugong.
Oh yeah.
I'm serious too. That's,
Which, my knowledge and everything. Sorry for being nerding out, but my knowledge is that when pirates and like old like 16th century, 17th
they thought
century.
they were mermaids.
Yep, they thought they were
Yeah, you're
mermaids
talking
and everything within the water and everything.
That's
So
true.
You guys should become teachers.
No, I don't know enough.
I can see you
I-
being a teacher.
I
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how you know Mr. Peoples, right? How he was
He was like the big dude, right?
he was bald,
He was big, right? Or
not
no?
really big, but
Oh, I know who. Right
Yeah.
next to Miss Luck.
yeah,
That was my teacher. My marine science teacher was Miss Luck.
yeah. So like kind of like him.
Mm.
Like you do like
He's
crazy, and like I remember one time he had like a bearded dragon in his jacket, and I remember he kept like just like caressing his chest, and like everybody was like, "Why are you doing that for?" Then he unzipped it, and then it was a whole bearded dragon. He was pet sitting for some student that brought their pet to school.
Damn.
Yeah. But speaking of that topic, I did actually think about like I would if I were to do teaching. I don't like teaching and everything. I don't. But I've thought about like being a high school film professor.
Film?
Yeah. Like talking about movies and like the whole
Are you a professor if you teach and Jordan almost reveal
I
himself?
was exposed myself.
Are you a professor if you teach in high school, or is that like a college
That's
thing?
I'd say probably college, right?
I don't know, just yeah,
Because teacher
college,
and professor are like professor like at college, but like teachers that's like high school, I think. But I think
Yeah, I think professor comes with the kind of advanced teaching that they do and
I'd
everything.
probably want to
But,
teach science
yeah.
or history. Science or
I
history.
feel like
marine
you're more
science would be pretty dope.
Yeah, but I feel like you'd be more history.
Marine science, Mr. Weaver.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I would hate to deal with the kids.
Well,
Oh.
what age range would you want to?
Although
teach?
yeah, I'd probably want to go like
I'd probably do high school.
High
not
school,
me, dude.
high school, college for me.
Maybe like
I'd do
senior high
seniors.
school. It's either that or like elementary school.
Really?
Yeah.
How much?
Like fifth grade. So not like you have to babysit them, but like they're also not little assholes.
Because I know I was kind of
Fifth graders are assholes.
in elementary
elementary school?
school. Kind of like
Definitely not middle school. I feel like that's the worst time to teach kids.
Oh yeah.
Middle school would not be fun.
Sixth graders have
How
this
is it?
whole mentality. I don't know if it's just me or whatever, but sixth graders have this whole mentality. Oh my! I'm in a new school. I'm gonna do great. And it's like seventh graders are just like, like hey, like and they're trying stuff out. But then eighth graders are like, okay, just give me the high school already.
my dad
it's kinda
says
like
he
that
hates
progression.
middle schoolers.
Middle schools are annoying.
Because I remember when I was in middle school, he's like, I don't like
you. You're a little punk.
Because like I don't know, there's something about them that like I guess like their ego, they just think that they're him. They're really not.
They're not.
I mean, I don't think I thought I was that dude. I mean,
I
although like, I mean, I guess I kind of felt myself a little bit at middle school.
What?
Like not like no, like I thought. I guess my ego was kind of a little big back then.
I definitely.
But then it died
yeah.
down in high school.
Yeah, I definitely know I was annoying in middle school, and everything. I mean, hell, you guys saw me in middle school, and we know how that turned out.
Man, middle school feels like it was like in a different life to me.
Oh yeah,
Like that
it's,
feels like so foreign.
I was like,
you know
what
I mean?
Nearly It was
School
what
in
like
middle.
10. That was like 10 years ago or something like that.
That sounds too close. I know that's probably right, but that sounds too close.
No, like 2015, 2016, I think is when.
Yes.
2015,
That's correct.
2016.
Harambe.
That's 10 years ago.
Rest in peace.
10 years
That's
ago,
what
we were in
they
middle
say.
school.
They say the world all went to shit after Harambe died.
After he died.
He's like
Dicks
the
out for
canon
Harambe.
Wait, what?
It's the whole thing. Dicks
What?
out for Harambe.
Wait, what?
Were you?
Dean wants to have gay sex with a gorilla.
You're telling the entire community that that's what that was for?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, but
Okay.
yeah, bro.
Dean wants that big black
Okay.
gorilla cock.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a little graphic.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I just think of how now and then like middle school,
Mm-hmm.
it's like going to school every day, like
And then having lunch, like a whole. There's a dedicated time for lunch. You know. What is he doing?
There's no water in there, so it's tweaking.
Yeah, apparently Cole's cat is just
I'll give him
He's
water
going-
in a minute.
to an
Anyway.
empty bowl.
But
Yes.
yeah, going to school every day, and then going on the bus.
Yeah, that's
Like-
it. And like you were talking about like a while ago and everything, how weird it felt, like going to the bus in the morning, like early morning, like what 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
No, not that early, because that's high school.
Yeah, middle
Middle
school
school
was
was
the
later.
latest.
Oh yeah, it was later,
I
but
wasn't tired. or
but still
anything.
that whole like even high school and everything, just like waking up and like the sun's not even out yet, it's still like nighttime, like in the morning and everything. You were talking about that.
Didn't I tell you the one story about? Remember? I don't know if I should say his name.
Don't.
So one of the bigger dudes, he was in Mr. P's class, but like he always like he wasn't really there at school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I wish I could say. Do you know how to bleep out? Like,
Yeah, I can bleep it out.
okay, so remember?
I knew that's why I did this because
Yeah, yeah, I remember. Remember Kyle, my friend?
Yeah.
And, okay. So
Do I
I
have to bleep
remember.
him out?
is he still alive?
Do I have to bleep him out?
No.
Okay.
You don't have to bleep him out.
Okay, just making sure.
But
Just the first name.
so, I remember we were walking down. You know that one like building, that's like horse, like how you know how like it was everything was shaped like it was kind of like a U. So it was like that really long hallway, and like
Yeah.
at the end of it there were stairs.
Yeah.
So we were walking down, and I think that's where like all the Spanish teachers were. We were walking down there, right? And Kyle decides to neck, right?
Damn, I forgot about necking. That's crazy.
So he
Yeah.
necks him, right? Turns around, he thinks it's me that does it, and bro goes, boom!
Damn.
He smashed me right in my face, and my glasses fall off too, and everybody sees it, and I'm just like, bro, I was like, why did you do that for? I was like, that wasn't even me. And then he just walks off like he was mad. I'm just like, bro, oh my gosh. But then,
The name's blurred, right?
Yeah, I can blur it. Yeah.
are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
just simple. Just cut the audio and everything.
Just because
leave
I'm about to go deep. Remember what happened with
Oh,
how later we found out.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh wait, I just said the name again. So you gotta believe that too.
it. Yeah,
Um,
you're making me work harder, buddy.
and we found out he had gay sex with one of our friends.
Yeah.
Wait,
well, I
what?
wasn't there for that.
Wait,
but
what?
I heard about it.
So one of our friends, I guess, can you believe out this name too?
My God. I'm gonna be working for
They're
days.
gonna be
For
so
sure.
confused on the story.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You gonna bleep this?
Yeah,
out?
I can bleep it out.
Okay, I
Yeah,
just want
just say it.
So you could know.
Yes.
So our friend, we found out that both of them. Well, we found out
Yeah.
was homosexual,
Okay.
and then we later found out that
But it was both of them
that he had
with him.
sex with. You might just have to cut this whole segment out. I don't know.
I can bleep it out.
Crazy. I thought it was just he just did it with some random person. I didn't know.
Oh, he did it with a lot of random dudes, but oh man, dude, it really made me think back because he was one of the guys that made a lot of gay jokes.
Yeah.
And you just thought okay, you're one of the guys making gay jokes, and then you find out he's like actually out here screwing dudes, and you're like, you think about everything gay he's said.
Yeah.
And you're like, does he mean it? You know what I mean?
What, was he still making jokes?
He still would make jokes, even though everybody knew he was gay.
Wait. Oh, really?
So
wait, did he tell the whole class?
So he didn't really hide anything.
He told me, and see, there's another name. I don't.
You're gonna keep me working. That's all you gotta worry about.
When he told our other friend, that other friend you just know is gonna yap.
Oh.
So he knew what he was doing when he told him, I think.
But he wasn't hiding it. I mean, it's
he
different.
was for a while.
But that's the thing. It was different, and it still is. Like the whole the homies talking, gay talk or whatever. And
I mean, nothing
like,
against him though.
Yeah, it's
a cool guy.
No, yeah, of course. It's just like, yeah.
It's just it just caught me off guard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I missed so much in 11th grade. Like, I wish I was there.
Right now?
Like, no, not right now, but like
because you're
that
online.
time.
Yeah, that's. I mean, yeah. The thing, I don't know if it's worthy to talk about on the podcast, but it was so sad for me when 11th grade.
Did you do online?
I did do it for 10th grade, and everything. Sophomore.
Are you talking about for that? Wait.
I did it my sophomore year, like end of sophomore year, and I think it was the first half of junior year, and everything. So it was 11th grade. It was the first half of junior year and everything, and then kind of spring break. I think it was before spring break. I think it was winter break, and then they allowed people to actually come to class because then the time has already passed. And I'm like, what, I'm gonna go in person, whatever, because I just like being in person with a lot of things. A lot of people do. And I was just like, I was ready. I had a new car. It was my first car and everything, Volkswagen Jetta, 2009, and I was like, I got a new car. Like, I'm gonna meet you guys and everything because it's been a while. And then as soon as I got there after some mix up and everything with classes, I went to my first class.
Never mind. Keep going.
Okay, yeah, but I was going to my first class after things were sorted out, and then I wasn't even in the class for like 10 minutes. Oh, it looks like our fourth person has joined the podcast and everything. You want to say anything?
Speak, Scotch. Sketches. Sketch. Sketch. There's no one to talk with.
He's camera shy.
Sketches. Treats? Sketch, want snacks? Snacks? Never mind.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. But after I wasn't even in the class for like 10 minutes and everything, like in person. I think it was like a theater class, whatever. Yeah. I think it was like a theater class I was in, or something. And is he giving you a hard time?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then my name was called. It's like, oh yeah, like Deen and everything. Like, can you come to the front desk?
Keep going. You're good.
Yeah. Okay. And then I went to the front desk and everything, and literally they were just saying like, hey, like, are you him? And I'm like, yeah.
I'm him.
I'm him. But then like, do you live at like and they said my address, like, because I moved from Sanford to DeBerry, which is outside of Seminole County.
Yeah.
And I when we moved and everything, my parents, they didn't update the address because they wanted me to finish high school in Seminole High School and everything. So we're not going to take you out of high school, whatever. It's a big thing, and Seminole High School was a very prestigious high school at the time. I don't know if it still is, but and so they're just like, okay. And we lived at my new house and everything for like 2 years, and we didn't update the address, but they said the address that we moved to and everything, and it's like, is this your address? And in my mind, I'm like, I can't lie now. I mean, I should have, but I didn't, because it's like they know somehow.
So it was because your parents changed the address.
No, they didn't.
Why?
No, they didn't change it. It's just
So
something within me being a student, whatever. They just found out.
How did they know?
I don't know. I still don't know to this day, but they found out, and I was gonna say like no, But like in my head, I was like, well, they found out somehow, and I don't know why, but like they found out. So I was like, yeah. And they're like, unfortunately, you can't be a student here anymore.
So
And
you had to leave that day.
I had to leave immediately. I had to leave. Like they said, unfortunately, like to put insult to injury, they said, yeah, unfortunately, you can't be here, and as a student, like, and I was really bummed out. Hey, buddy.
John Walker, I'm tweaking out.
Yeah. But like I was like really bummed out because like again it's like I was just there the second half of junior year, and then I had my senior year, and then that's it. I was gonna graduate. But then they told me like I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay as a student, and I was really bummed out. I was really like emotional about it because I just don't like big changes and a lot of stuff. Well, I mean I'd say I'm different now, but at the time I didn't like big changes and everything. But and then to add insult to injury, and then they're like, and unfortunately you can't stay on campus, and it's just like, so I have a new car that I was going to show you guys and everyone that I knew at that school, but then I had to leave. I was escorted out and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was not escorted, but I had to go back to my car, my new car, that I couldn't show you guys anymore.
They were walking with you to
No.
your car? Oh.
No, I just went to the car. I was in student parking and everything.
Oh.
But, and so I was going to the car, and then I had to tell my parents, like, hey, look, they've apparently found out. We gotta find a new school to, kind of register for or whatever. And so, yeah, and it was definitely an emotional day for me at that time.
I'm good. Sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
distracting.
good.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. It's funny,
Funny.
Funny. Yeah.
Notice you remind me of Chris Pratt in Jurassic World. With your hand out like,
Ow! You
dang, he flips so fast.
Well, yeah.
You saw the way he
Ninja.
flipped?
Their hip. It's talking about animals again. No, hip dysplasia. No, but their hips and everything can rotate a full is it like a full 180 and everything?
now he's yapping.
Yep. So it's true. The cat's hips can rotate
Yeah,
full
but it's
180
easy, you
degrees.
just got it.
No.
You saw the trailer for Sinners?
No.
Yep, the one with Michael B. Jordan
With Haley, whatever.
Yeah.
and Michael B. Jordan
I saw
and
an
Haley
interview
Steinfeld.
with them.
Their
They
chemistry?
came up and asked her. They were like,
Oh.
"So, what is your guys' favorite part about working with each other?" And he looked at her. He gave her a smile, and she started laughing. And then it was like, "We all know what you're doing, bro."
I remember, I think there was that same interview when they were walking down the street. And he's like, "Are you guys a couple?" And then she's like, "No." She said it so quick. Because she's,
He's having a fuss.
I don't know if she's married to him yet, but she's engaged to Josh Allen. You know who Josh Allen is?
No.
Football player, NFL player, Buffalo Bills.
No.
Anyways, yeah.
Any more description is not now.
She's proposed to him.
She proposed to him.
I mean, he proposed to her,
Oh.
but they're
Yeah.
engaged with each other.
I was yeah. A
You
girl
saw that
proposing.
too. That Sydney Sweeney's broke up with her fiance.
Yeah,
I don't know about that, but
I don't. That's
I don't
a
know
weird
much about it
situation. And apparently, sorry. Hold on.
They were saying that they saw her with Glenn Powell the day after.
Yeah.
I mean they're good friends. They worked on Anyone But You and everything, and they became good friends. So
I feel. You know what's crazy? What I think. Sorry.
Yep.
What I think is crazy is when people do those intimate scenes with each other, right? I feel like that kind of I guess attracts them more.
I think so. Even if you didn't feel attracted before,
Like that right there.
even
it's
just acting it out, it's gonna stick with you.
Well, the thing is, that's why they have intimacy coordinators and everything, because they're trained to imitate. Yeah, he's having a wild ride over there, but their job is to make it look good on camera, but the feelings and everything are very
they try to practice.
Yeah, scenes like that and everything. From what I know, is that they are meant to just imitate on camera.
Dean,
If it's
I have
still
a question.
yeah.
If you were to have you do have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Say she was an actress, and she gets a spot on this big movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
But she has to have this 20-minute long sex scene with
Okay, it's not 20 minutes.
with her co-star. It's like one of those movies.
It's 20 minutes for the whole shoot for multiple scenes, sure, but like,
would you allow that?
Would you be okay with that?
I mean, it's a job. You know, I see, for me, being a film person and wanting to be an actor and all that.
Catch.
So you said it's just a job. If your girl wanted to be OnlyFans, yes or no?
No. Because it's not it OnlyFans, in my opinion, is a conscious decision for you to do the acts that are, you know, supposed OnlyFans or whatever. But for a movie, I think differently. I think it's like you have, you know, production people, you have, again, an intimacy coordinator and everything that's guiding through the entire, you know, because they're there and they talk through it and everything. So it's more professional and it's not as irritating to me. Oh my God, another.
One more caveat to the question.
Okay.
Say it's like one of the movies, like, what's that show? Euphoria. Where like they show the whole thing.
Really?
Like
guy and girl?
Like your girl has to actually be like touching his genitals.
Guy and girl? Like you see everything? I never know that. I never watched it.
And the TV,
but it's
and
still a movie. It's still a show. It's still a movie. But there's actually
Very
like
graphic.
she's at least gotta touch his stuff.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna feel some sort of negative way about
But
it. Yeah.
you're gonna let it happen.
I mean, here's the thing: the person that I'm with and everything, my girlfriend, you know, currently, but you know, whatever, they would talk to me like, "Hey, I'm doing this scene, whatever." And if my girlfriend were to be the girlfriend that I love and everything, that she would turn down that scene. Like, hey, I'm not doing anything with that. I'm not doing anything like that graphic, whatever. She would turn it down. That's mine.
Say it's like she's making $1 million off this movie. Like
Still.
she's like a lead role.
Still.
And
Because character is not based upon the wealth that, you know, like you're given. It's the character that you build in spite of, you know, insanities like that. That's how I think of it. I'm philosophical in this episode. So, like, it doesn't matter if she has, like, $3 million, $2 million, or whatever, and everything. I mean, in other scenarios, it's like, oh, dude, I mean, I do it so we can, you know, like, whatever. Sure. But at the same time, it's like, are you really going to have that be your answer and everything? You know? So, for me, I think that, you know, the person I'm with and everything, that she would just turn it down for any amount of money.
short answer is no, you would not let it happen.
Yeah, short answer, no.
Okay.
I wouldn't let it happen.
What about you, Jordan?
No.
Dude, if I wouldn't even let her kiss a dude for acting.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Dude, any
I'm not letting
hand holding, you're like, I'm fucking
Not
calling the
even hand-holding?
producer.
No, my girl's
feel
gotta be
like-
like the bully or something.
This is like either
Yeah,
we're
everyone hates
acting
her.
together, either we're acting together in this movie, or you're not doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, have you be the body double
Yeah.
and everything.
Oh yeah, I'll be like the double.
Oh,
It's a double, but just for that.
Yeah, a body double, yeah.
And they'll put like the wig on, even if I look nothing like the person.
Yeah.
People are gonna be watching the movie like,
what is this?
He's blonde now.
You're
like a completely different person.
Yeah.
Be like the guy he didn't want this to happen, so he wanted to be in it himself for this part.
What about
Man.
you, Jordan?
Yeah, I wouldn't let that happen. No,
What about like kissing?
cause no.
Nothing. At all.
If I were actually like an actor, I guess maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
She's making $1 million off this role. All she's gotta do is make out scene. Like it's like the end of the movie. They're finally together. They gotta make out. $1 million.
Okay.
What was that?
I'm not. Still,
$1 million.
I don't know, dude.
'Cause
I'm kind of
I mean,
different, but I would understand.
think, is she knows who she's coming home to, so it's like, yeah, you don't got to worry about it.
Okay, say you do that, right? Then you go to watch the movie with her after, and like then you're like watching it.
Oh, then I'd be like, I probably don't want to look at this, because then I'd feel like, I'd be like, bruh.
And your phone died?
My phone just died.
His phone died mid-podcast.
You just
Cut on camera! camera.
I thought that was an ad.
I thought it was like something popped up on screen. Right now we have a TV. We have a TV that's playing to help us with topics and everything.
Yeah,
We're at 120 right now, so
It's not bad, yeah.
yeah, we're good.
A good amount of time.
So for everyone watching the podcast right now, Cole's phone has died, aka his recording device.
My phone died.
Yep, and right now
My bad.
And
But
now
it's about the right time anyways.
Yep,
So
it's about the right time.
Jordan's pulling out the guitar.
Yep.
He's gonna play a little number for our outro song.
Yep. What you got for us, Jordan?
Hit it whenever you're ready, Jordan.
Bro, every time when I get put on the spot, it's like, I don't know what to do.
Dude, it's no different than you playing at church.
Play a song.
Yeah, but because I know how to play it.
Play a song you've been
Just
playing.
a song
You
that
don't
you
have
know
to play
by muscle
random.
memory. You don't have no sheet music, just
Okay.
play a tune.
Just kidding.
Play from the soul, Jordan.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, you said play from the soul. That is the type of song that you would play from the soul.
Okay. Hold on. I messed up.
See, this is going to be the bloopers. Thank you, everyone, for watching this podcast. We had a great time filming this one. And we hope that you guys can enjoy the more there is to come and everything.
This has been a great episode, everybody. We're sorry that Zachary could not be here.
Yeah, and we're sorry that Cole's phone died at the very end.
Yeah, the phone
and everything,
is dead.
But, we got a lot of it and everything out the way
But all the socials linked in the bio.
in the description below.
Go follow.
Of course.
Go hit us up. Hit Jordan up. Still looking for a woman.
He's still open. Any ladies?
No, don't hit me up, please.
Any ladies?
His
Feel
haircut
free
might be a little whack
Feel
right
free
now.
to answer to this man.
Kinda
He
looks
is
like a
very
Ninja Turtle.
kind, very generous, and all things positive. So, but that is going to be it for episode 7 of
Keep Your Pants On. Have a good
Good
night.
night.
We love you.
Bye.
Goodbye.